And we want to thank everybody for coming out this evening. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Corey Freeman. A lot of you guys don't know me, and that's very intentional. I like to lay behind the scenes, but I am the chief strategist of Lion's Head Media. Welcome to my house. It's a pleasure to have you all here with us here in the American Underground, which is a Google hub for entrepreneurs. So again, we are here today to celebrate Miss Shemeka Michelle's accomplishment in her book. We are also here to celebrate with the beloved Chapter Chicks, and I'm here to introduce the organizer of Chapter Chicks. Any Chapter Chicks in the house? One or two, they sprinkled in here. All right. So I was introduced to this lady by Miss Shemeka Michelle, and she said that, Corey, my book is doing well, and a book club reached out to me, and they want to honor me as the author of the month, and they want to do a book signing. So I said, let's do it in our house. And so it was a pleasure connecting with Miss Michelle and with the Chapter Chicks. And with no further ado, Miss Ty and the Chapter Chicks.
Thank you, Corey. Following behind Corey, he's so intimidating, right? He's about his business. I love what he's doing in the community, and so I'm really happy to be here. I am Ty Jones, and I have organized Chapter Chicks Book Club here in Durham. We span about 300 members from Japan to New York. We have some people who drove up from New York today, and Atlanta, and all over, so we're happy to have them here to celebrate with us Shemeka Michelle's book, Keep It Naked, Living Life Authentically. And so when we started reading the book, people wanted to know, when we get naked? I mean, it wasn't that kind of book. It wasn't that kind of book at all. And so I've been following Shemeka for quite some time now, her and Chris, and they have the whole Naked Girlz movement, which is real dope because, we just don't have enough people in our community who really speak their mind and really mean what they say and just really have something to say. And so what our book club is about reaching out to people of all colors, but really that have things to say. We don't really want to read about, the obvious and stuff. We really want to have a message that really states that, we want to support and uplift everyone in our community, and so that's kind of what we read. And so we ran across her book when it was coming out, and we said we wanted to feature it and stuff. And so reading it, I was just so blown away because she just says, who knows Shemeka is here? I know people know Shemeka. Who knows she's saying what she means, And so we love that about her. And so reading the book, we were real inspired to have her, and so we're glad to be here today. So I'd like to introduce her. Shemeka is not only an author, she's she speaks for us in our community. So she's an entrepreneur, of course, and she's behind the movement of the Naked Girls as well. And what I learned today that I didn't know was that she's ordained minister. Awesome. But she speaks her mind. But not to miss anything, she's also an author, speaker, and personal empowerment advocate, daughter, friend, and of course a mother of three. Just know she got 3 kids. Not at all. She's been publishing Jet and also an official correspondent for the 6 Brown Chicks, which is a part of the Oprah Winfrey Network. And so without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce Miss Shemeka Michelle.
So I like to say I'm a former ordained minister. Let's go ahead and get that straight, I want to thank everybody, first of all, for coming out. Just in case we get so sidetracked that I forget, I want to just say thank you. I really appreciate you all. Don't be alarmed with the drone that you see flying around. It's to film all of you beautiful people, mainly me. But that's why it's here. Also, I want to let you know that this little thing that you see here is a mic. I'm not like deformed or anything. I am near perfect to be 42 with 3 kids, so just keep that in mind. That's what this is. It's a mic. It's not like, I thought she was fat on the hip. What in the world is that? It's a mic. Anyway, Corey he nicely asked you all to move forward. I assume some of you didn't want to move. I started to do the United Airlines thing and come and drag you up to the top, but I'm dressed so cute, I didn't want to, mess my clothes up. So anyway, thank you for being hard-headed, not moving forward, but we're going to get you in the shot anyway. So, did you read the book? Who read the book? I know some people just purchased it today and you haven't had a chance to read it. One of my friends were like, we're going to talk about it and we haven't read it. I'm like, you late. Book been out since December. You just got it today. So, we're going to talk about some of the things here. You have me. My mother is here. My kids are here. My grandmother is here. Miss Shirley is here that is in the book. My ex-husband is here. So you all can ask all of the questions that you want. Everyone is here that had a little feature in the book. So let's talk about this. I heard, where's Ty? Did she disappear? Oh, there you are. Okay. So some of the chapter chicks sent their questions in. I brought my book up here because let me just tell you, as we were going through the editing process, so I had a professional editor, and then I told my mom to go through it, and then my cousin went through it as well. And there were times when I was going back through the book, and I'm like, did the editor change this? Who said that? And I looked, and I'm like, oh, I said that. So I have the book for all those moments that I said that, and I was just in a space where I was talking and I was being naked and I might not remember. So this is why I have the book. Ty, I'm going to ask you to do the first question. And if you speak loud, you don't have to come up. But let's talk about this. Go ahead.
So one of the first questions was, what made you name the book Keep It Naked?
What made me name the book Keep It Naked? So let's go back just a little bit. 2013. I knew I wanted to do something for women. I got divorced in 2012. I felt like a failure. I wasn't able to hold my family together. I wasn't able to keep my kids under the same roof with me and their dad. And I just felt like I was a screw up, like I had just messed it all up. And so I have always been a writer, like I would always write poems or keep a journal. And so I decided, instead of keeping that to myself, why don't I just put it out there? Also, when I went through my divorce, I felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to. Going through years of being in the church, I always felt like I had to put on a smile, run, jump, shout, sing, dance, preach, and my life was cracking like glass. So I didn't want another woman to be in that place and not have somebody that she could reach out to. So I wanted to be that woman. I wanted to put my life out there. So if any lady was ever in that spot, she knew that she had somebody that she could come to and have an honest conversation with. So I wanted to do that. So I went to friends that I had been friends with for like 20-something years, and I'm like, this is what I want to do, and they thought it was a great idea. And so it just so happened that my ex-husband took my kids on the first vacation that they had ever gone on without me. And my two little ones cried so much, and I tried to be strong, and I came back in after they pulled out the driveway, and I was just in tears. Like, I felt so terrible. And, you know, people were always having their little divorce parties and stuff. And I'm like, how are they partying? This is not fun. This is like a real place. And so I went on Facebook and I just shared my feelings about how, you know, I don't know how people are partying about this, because one of us will always miss them sitting at the dinner table. One of us will always miss them, you know, kissing them at night to go to bed. One of us will miss them waking up in the morning. This is not a good place. And so I wrote that, and then I called my friends because I had talked to them and told them, well, actually I texted them, please don't let them crucify me for being the first naked Girlz we called ourselves the Girlz in high school, so that's where the Girlz came from. And they were like, oh my God, is that the name? And I'm like, do you like it? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, yes, that's the name. And so that's how we came up with Naked Girlz. And so Keep It Naked was always about being real, always about being honest and open and emotionally exposed. So it was like my little catchphrase, keep it naked. Don't forget to keep it naked. Every time I ended something, I'm like, keep it naked. And so when it was time to name the book in my research, I found that you should, name your book something that you are known for saying. And Keep It Naked was it. So it started off as a lot of things, and it just kind of took a turn. But that's why I came up with the name Keep It Naked, because if you can't be honest, you really can't do anything else but be a fake. And I was sick of faking, and I'm sick of other people faking. That's why the scripture is in here, First Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 4. Like, stop all the lying, because I'm just sick of it. Another question? Anyone? Please, somebody. Do I have lipstick on my teeth, Chris? We got to make sure that's straight, girl. With the camera. Do I have Daniel? Do I have lipstick on my teeth?
No.
Okay, great. If you see the lipstick on my teeth, I tell people just give me a little quietly. Do that a little bit. I'll fix it. You know what I mean? I want to look cute for the camera, okay? Okay, go ahead.
So, actually, I didn't have this question until just you mentioned that stuff now. But you said if it happened, it's in the book. And everybody knows about everything. So we're going to talk about being a stripper.
Being a stripper, yes. What do you want to know?
When you are a stripper, you are basically a professional liar.
Mm-hmm.
You basically are portraying yourself as something that you are not. Now, how do you jibe that with keeping it naked?
Okay, so let me just tell you, I am everything I was as a stripper. Sexy, Mike, am I sexy? Do I like to dress up and be Feather Blackwell? I do. That is really who I was. I was just it for a lot of people for a price. That's all that was. So I didn't even know anything about keeping it naked back then. I was really keeping it naked, but it was a monetary value attached to it. But so I guess I was maybe providing a fantasy for other men, but that's really who I am. Like, I am really that person that likes to dress up. Y'all don't get to see it, but I like to get in character. I like to be other people. Feather Blackwell is my alter ego. So I am going to write a book that is called Becoming Feather Blackwell, Confessions of an Ex-Stripper. So that is going to be a tell-all. I'm going to have to change some names because I don't want nobody thinking they're going to get no dollars off of my hard work. But it's going to be like a tell-all book and everything. I'm going to make it into a story, but from real events. Because Feather Blackwell is who I am. And so, yeah. I didn't think anything about keeping it naked then. The naked concept really came from me deciding that I was tired of wearing a mask and tired of lying and tired of not being honest. So back then I was naked. And now I'm just naked. Regular naked. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so in your book, it was some painful, to me, I thought it was painful memories. When you talked about growing up and going back to where your mom was at home for unwed mother. Was it as painful as I read it to be for you?
It was painful for me. When I wrote that portion of the book, I had to actually stop. Just trying to put myself in her shoes, which I really couldn't do, but I tried because that was the advice that I had gotten. I went to a writer's conference with Chris, was it 2 years ago? Yeah. September will be 2 years. And so they told me that, when I was talking to them about wanting to write a book, they was telling me that I should visit some of those places. And when I went, although the original building had been torn down, just being in that space, I was like, oh my God. She was, I guess, 14 when she got there. And at 14, I was ready to make the band, hoping I could be a majorette and having friends, and we were dressing alike, and like she missed all of that. And so writing that part, I did have to kind of push away from the computer, like, wow, this was a lot. And I never had really thought about it like that because my mom has always been my mom. And she's always been old to me. I mean, so I never really thought about her as a young girl. I thought she was like a hip mom. She was younger than my friends' mamas, But I never really thought about her as being this young teenager that was here and alone. You know what I mean? Like alone to kind of deal with everything that she had gone through by herself. And the place was so quiet that I could really hear the birds chirping. And I'm like, wow, she did all of this and then decided not to give me away. I probably would have gave me away. Actually, I probably would have just sucked it out in a vacuum somewhere. Yeah, went to see a man about a bull is what I would have done. But the fact that she actually went through the whole process and then kept me and was a great mom. Like, I never felt like she treated me like I was created by a stranger. Like, I do remember now being a little grown, like, I ain't asked to be here. And she told me, I ain't asked for you to be here either. I do remember that, like, oh, well, I guess you're right. But she never treated me like I was this burden or like I was created by somebody that had done something so terrible for her. But to write it and to be in that place and to try to feel, okay, how did it feel to be walking through a path thinking that you're going to, I think it was cheerleader tryouts or something, and to have somebody attack you? What did that feel like? It was overwhelming for me. Yes, it was. Next question, somebody.
For the Chapter 6 crew, the next question was, do church people still try to tell you what you should do with your life?
They do. They do. They still try to tell me. Some of them do. But I think by now most of them have figured out that I am so far gone, it's a waste of time. So no, Sherelle. So, yeah, in the beginning, it was kind of like, well, and then by the time I put my Shemeka Michelle on them, most of them don't even call me anymore, actually. Sherelle is one of the few people that's still here that was there when I was shouting, preaching, running around the church with my skirts down to my ankles, my church hat. Y'all, I was so Kojic. I had the sequins on my suit. I had the big church hat. I was churching it up. And I wouldn't hang around you if I thought you weren't on my church level, like you was beneath me. You was anybody that wasn't where I was in Christ was going to hell, and I ain't had no time for it. I had you talking about living for cutting somebody down with some Bible verses? Woo! That was me. That was me all day long. Well, I could have a debate with the best of them. But so church people don't really try. Some of them do, but then once they really have to deal with where I am now, they back off. And then they say, well, I know what to pray for. And I'm like, I know what to pray for, too. That's what they do. I know what to pray for now. I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for you. Because I'm free. I'm naked. And I'm happy. And you still pretending like you okay with the foolishness going on in your life. Yeah. So I don't go to church. I wake up on Sunday. Sundays are still like my favorite days, though. It's funny because that's the day that I like to do nothing. I like to get up, maybe early. It depends. If Super Soul Sunday is on repeats, I sleep in. Don't really worry about it. But if they're in a new season, Bishop Oprah, that's what I call her. Bishop Oprah has a new season of Super Soul Sundays, and that's what I do on Sundays. I get up, I listen to these thought leaders that I feel like really played a part in me just gaining the strength that I felt like I had lost over the years. So, yeah, I don't feel any conviction. And maybe, what is it, Sherelle? It's my conscience has been seared. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't feel any conviction. I feel fine. And actually, I feel closer to what people would call God or the source, or I feel closer to people than I did. When I was in church, like I said, I was really black and white. There was no gray area. If I felt like you weren't on my level, I didn't really want to talk to you. I didn't really want to be around you. So once I came out of that, now is the time where I feel like I connect with people for real. Whether they are Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, black, white, male, female. So it's a happy place for me because I wasn't doing that before. Not saying Christians can't do that, but as a Christian, I wasn't doing that. I had the wall up, and you had to, meet a certain standard before I would even talk to you. If you were having a baby out of wedlock, I wasn't going to your baby shower. Your baby was a bastard. Why was I going? So that's the type of Christian I was. Huh? No, I don't feel that. I mean, I guess it's still a bastard. I don't know. But now I'm going. Now I'm interacting. Now I'm telling these young girls that have babies early the same thing Miss Shirley told to me, which was, you're not the first one and you probably won't be the last. So, but when I was a Christian, I wasn't coming to your baby shower if you weren't married. Yeah. I stopped talking to a friend for 10 years.
You still believe?
Believe in what?
God.
I believe in something. I don't believe in the concept of God that I had when I was really, really involved in the church. I don't know if something created us or if we created it. That's how I feel. I do feel connected, though, to something bigger than myself, but I don't feel like religion separates that, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel, when I look at a Hindu person, I see God. When I look at a Buddhist person, I see God, or what I consider God. When I look at a drunk on the street, I see God. And I feel like there is that connection between us that religion just can't separate. Whereas before it was the only way to God is through Jesus. I don't feel that way. If you don't accept Jesus, I'm cool with that. Like, I still feel a connection with you, So, yeah. Shannon?
Yes. Do you find in becoming naked that it has helped or hindered your relationship with your daughters?
With my daughters? I feel like it has helped. And maybe Kayla can answer that question a little better. But she has told me that she feels like I'm nicer. But I feel like I'm a better example as a woman for them. Like, I am an entrepreneur now. They have started their own business. I'm not laying in the bed with the lights off, not wanting to get up, not wanting to eat. So I feel like I'm a better example to them now than years past. Kayla, do you feel like being... And I have to say that I have to acknowledge my family, my kids, my ex-husband, who allow me to tell my truth, which involves them a lot of times. They are like stripped, involuntarily. It's like they're just walking down the street and it's like, oh, my panties off, because I didn't drop the blog that's been told everything. So, Kayla, what do you think? Has me being naked hindered our relationship or helped?
I know, I think it's made it a lot better. Before, when she was married and we were in the church a lot, I'm not going to say she was mean, but it's just certain things that I probably wouldn't have been able to do, or if I would have come to her, she probably would have hit me with a Bible verse or something like that. But now it's a lot easier. I can talk to her about everything, well, almost everything. She's a lot calmer.
And we're going to talk about what is the almost everything when we get home.
Everybody needs a secret.
I'm like, what do you mean? But she can have a secret, because I'll ask her something like, yeah, blah, 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 and then she'll tell me, and I'll be like, oh, I didn't really want to know. Like, you too naked. I need you to put on a house coat or something, because I'm not ready. So, Kyla, Khalees, do y'all kind of remember? What do you think? Do you feel like me being naked hinders or helps the relationship that we have together? I can't hear you, Khalees. Come on up to the mic. You know you want a moment. Come on. Hurry up. Move quickly. Yes, that's my mini-me.
I think it helped because you used to be really annoying and you would be mad a lot. And you would cry almost every day, and it was just kind of acting like a baby.
Acting like a baby?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, goodbye.
I think it helped because her spirits have rose. She's much more happier, and it just spreads around the house. Like, she don't have a negative vibe. Because, like, sometimes the way you act can affect someone else. And when she's happy, it makes us happy.
Oh, pumpkin! I paid them to say that. Any other questions?
One of the chapter 6 questions is, have you always felt free with your sexuality?
I think I had...
Saying you're sexy, too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I guess yes and no. I've been free with my sexuality, but in secret. So it was like, I like being sexy. I liked having sex. I like, but I didn't want nobody to know. So it was like I was naked in the bedroom, but don't tell nobody, that we was here, like really here together. Because there's a stigma attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny because I remember, Miss Shirley, did you even read the book? Did you read it? Did you? You did? Did you see your name in there? Okay. So I can remember complaining about my hips. Like, I don't really have much now, but I feel like at one point, like, I had hips. Like, I had baby-making hips. Like, let's do this thing. And I complained about them. And I remember Miss Shirley saying to me, if God didn't want you to have hips, he wouldn't have given them to you. And so it was like I kind of liked being sexy, but I didn't. So I think just really in recent years, I've embraced the fact that I'm a woman. And I like being a woman, and I'm going to use it to my advantage. If I go somewhere, Daniel, and I know that my smile will get me a little better service, then I'm going to smile and get a little better service because I'm a woman, and I love it, and I love having that effect on people.
Why did you call me out on that one?
I called you out. This is my T-Mobile man that I met. And he's been following the blog, and he'll give me feedback, and we'll talk about different things, and then he'll say, come in and get these 10 lines, and, So I called out Daniel because he's been so sweet to me, and we just had a good relationship over a cell phone. So I thought it was wonderful, and now he's here to support me, and I appreciate it. Shemeka, I know you read the book and was posting things. I can't hear you. Mm-hmm. And Jamaica's getting teary-eyed, and it's making me like, I think I've almost gotten to Iyanla status, though. You know how people be breaking down on Iyanla, and you be like, dog, does she have any type of feeling? Like, she don't cry at all. I've been trying to work on that, but Jamaica, you almost just took me back. Like, you light-skinned, too, your nose red and stuff. I'm like, dog, I'm about to drop a tear. Any more? Oh. Oh, go ahead. No, I'm good. What's the time? It's time to cut it off. Jesus, I knew this wasn't going to be long enough. I just did. Another question. Anybody else?
You know, my question is always something that I don't know how many of you know you.
Right.
You know, my question is right.
What's that? Because you could have so many, like, did it hurt when I whipped you with the fly swatter and the part came off of smoking the cigarettes in the... I mean, you got so much you can say.
So, talk a little bit about your singing.
My singing, yes. So, I used to love to sing, and it kind of died, went away. I felt like I didn't have the support, and then I got in the church, and it's like, how can you sing, you know, something else other than Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. He took my old life, ooh, and gave me new life, ooh. How can you sing anything other than that? And I did that. I love singing in the choir. I love the praise team, but I just didn't feel like it really reached us in the masses. Well, anyway, Chris and I, where did Chris go? She's gone. We are working on a Naked Girlz album because we are sick of people like Nicki Minaj and all this fake hair and these fake breasts and fake behinds being the example for our kids that are coming up. We want to tell women, you can be a regular woman. You don't have to go under the knife. You don't have to wear 2 pounds of makeup looking like you got your makeup tips from RuPaul. You can be who you are. Women are beautiful. As I look out here in the audience, I see so many beautiful women, whether you're natural, which is so many natural people, woo, 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 or if you have a relaxer. But I'm looking out here and I'm just seeing women of all shapes and sizes that are beautiful, that society would say you're not good enough because you don't have a perfect body. I do, but you may not. But I'm saying, like, we really want women to be free and to be who they are. And so we're doing the album. We're calling it Runway Music because we just feel like when you listen to it, you're going to feel like you're on the runway. You're going to feel fabulous. You're going to feel like you can accomplish everything. So the first single that we're going to release is called Get Naked. And it's going to be great. So it'll be soon. That's the music. It's coming. It's in the works. Like, so you didn't know, but it's actually in the works. We're going to do an album and have videos. Like, it's going to be great. And I'm not just doing it for fun. I expect y'all to buy it. So, yeah, that's what we're working on. I appreciate you again. I'm sorry we had to cut it off, y'all. I'm assuming it's 7 o'clock. It's time to go. I think Corey at first didn't know that when I get this mic in my hand, I can be up here for 2-3 hours. He was worried, can I fill up an hour? Now you know I can. Yes. So, again, I appreciate you for coming out. I want to say thank you to...
Tell everybody they can connect with you for more in the media room downstairs.
Okay. Great. You can connect with me. Oh, was that my water? I'm sorry. I get to talking and my mouth makes it own water. I'm just good. So you can connect with me more in the media room. Let's take some pictures. Grab, if you need books, products, bookmarks, whatever. Take a picture. Go home. Tell everybody I was fabulous. Make sure you post your pictures on social media. If you could hashtag Lions Head Media, hashtag Chapter Chicks, hashtag Naked Girls or Shemeka Michelle. Let's blow social media up tonight. I want to thank again all of you, my family, ex-husband. Give a wave. Give a wave, Kareem. There you go. I want to thank Mike. Thank you. Thank you to my children. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Lions Head Media, Corey, Jamila. If you have not signed up for Turner's Church, please, if you're on Facebook, you are a sellout. No, I'm just kidding. If you're on Facebook, but you have not signed up for Turner's Church, I'm asking you to do that. That is a social media site for us, by us, so that we can help us. TurnersChurch.com. I want to thank Christina. Thank you. This woman has said, I see what you're doing. I believe in it, and I'm pushing you. And she has really done that. Thank you to, y'all clap her up. I know, like, my eyes are dry, and I'm not going to let you say anything because you know how you do, and I might be sitting here with a tear welling up in the back. Thank you to Javon Clark for the food. It was delicious. And, y'all, he pushes me so hard. Thank you to my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, everybody that came out. Did I thank you, Mike? Because I want us to be in a good space when we get to the house. Did I? Okay, I just want to make sure. He said it was quick. Thank you to Michael Cox for everything, for letting me be mean and everything. I appreciate that. Yes. Thank you, Mama. I love you. I wanted my mama to enjoy it, but if anybody knows my mama, she likes to be in charge and tell people what to do as well. So she was like, well, who's going to be running the book table? Well, if I ain't running that, what I'm going to do? So I'm glad she wanted to take over. Thank y'all again. Let's talk downstairs. I love you. And don't forget to keep it naked.
My name is Sharisa Malita Jones. I would like to consider myself as her best friend. I was just telling her the other day that I'm so proud of her. Like, just growing up, she's always been animated. She's always been out there, even when it didn't call for it. So, like, I just knew that one day she was always special.
Sherry Hubbard, I've been Shemeka's neighbor since her birth, and I've seen her do all the changes, and I celebrate this huge success. First time I've been able to attend one of her events.
Congratulations, Shemeka, and I'm here to support you. Sherry Mayor's for Mayor.
My name is Daniel. I think I've known her for, 4 or 5 years now. Shemeka actually was a customer of mine in T-Mobile, and I just sort of kept in touch with her, and we built up a relationship after that. She just got it. She's a very imposing presence. I mean, you see her and you're like, wow. And just the way she talks, the way she holds herself, the way she carries herself, she obviously, is destined for good things. I can tell. I will read this any place I go. I am not ashamed. I will go and I will hold it just like this so people can see.
Yeah.
And I will read it, and I will not. There's nothing. Why would it be something I'd have to hide reading about?
Hi, Mom. I just want to say that I'm so proud of you, and I